guys, it's Mickey Short 96, and today I have wanted to do why these indoraptor deleted scenes were cut from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and let's go ahead and start it.
Now that Fallen Kingdom has been out for a month, I think it's pretty safe to assume that most of you have already seen the movie. If you haven't gotten around to seeing it just yet, don't worry, no rush. This video will still be around on the internet waiting for you. With that being said, I'd like to take the time to talk about many of the extremely interesting deleted scenes that this movie is said to have cut from its final release. And some of the coolest, in my opinion, would have featured the indoraptor quite heavily. The first indoraptor scene that was cut from the film had the beast playing with a man's skull inside of its cage, inferring that the animal had already dined on human flesh far before it was released in this movie's second act. Now, the story behind this deleted scene can be found inside of the junior novelization that has been released to accompany the film, but it's also been described by one of Fallen Kingdom's concept artists, who you can find on Instagram as Jurassic. Apparently, there was supposed to be a scene where someone would ask why the indoraptor's cage is dark, and the explanation was going to be that at one point in time, it indeed had a light, but when the light bulb went out, a technician made his way into the cage in order to replace it. That same technician never came out. We were supposed to get a line of dialogue here that told us this was how Eli Mills and the others figured out that it took 3 tranq darts to sedate the new indoraptor, which means it would have been used as a little bit of foreshadowing to Wheatley's death, wherein he shoots 2 darts into the animal before it fakes its own defeat. Personally, I would love to see this scene included as an extra on the Blu-ray, but unfortunately, it looks like that's not going to happen anytime soon. From what I've heard, there isn't going to be a director's cut of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and that's mainly because the theatrical cut of the film is the director's cut. Bayona said himself that they talked about including the deleted scenes on home media releases, but decided against it, saying that nothing really meaningful was cut out of the film to warrant such a special feature. This goes along with what Colin Trevorrow has recently stated on Twitter about Fallen Kingdom's runtime, where he stated that Bayona's vision was what we all got to see on the big screen. I know that the film professor chose to chop a good 40 minutes off of the final cut of the film, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't love to see some of these scenes in the future. And now that we've talked about the first deleted indoraptor scene, we should really turn our attention to the next. This particular image is from a very early point in pre-production where the story would have played with the idea of having 2 indoraptors. These animals would eventually begin to fight one another, and the black one we see in the final version would kill its white sibling. This, of course, was never shot, seeing as it was a scrapped idea from way back at the start of the movie's inception, and to be honest with you, I'm kinda glad they cut it. Now hear me out. It sounds like an awesome idea, but in my opinion, it would direct a lot of criticism towards the fact that it would essentially be compared to the story point in Jurassic World, where we get information that the Indominus Rex killed its other sister. And apart from that, I don't really think it would have added anything to the overall story, so although this looks awesome, I think they made the right decision in leaving the concept behind. A few other interesting pieces of information I've gathered explain that, originally, some stuff was going to point towards the indoraptor having been mistreated and scarred by the humans who kept it locked away under the Lockwood Manor. Now, that is something I would have liked to have seen. But what about all of you guys? Do you think it was a good idea to cut this stuff out of the film? And what are your thoughts and opinions on these deleted scenes and concepts? Personally, the bit with the human skull would have been great, but I'm not so sure it would have made the movie any better than what we got at the end. It kind of feels like the boardroom scene that was cut from The Lost World to me. Yeah, it's there, and it's cool, but I don't know if it's that important to everything else. Regardless of what I think, I'd love to hear all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank my game wardens, as well as all of my engine executives, like Patrick Perry. I'd also like to thank my park workers and engine hunters as well. Elizabeth Freeman, words can't really express how awesome it is to have you guys tell me how much you enjoy the stuff that I do, and I seriously am eternally grateful for every shred of support that you've shown me. It honestly means the world, guys. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again.
I think some of the some of the deleted scenes, I think they were kind of where it would have been okay or something. The one with the first one, I kind of would have seen a little bit, because my first guess was I thought that the indoraptor was basically, it kind of is like a bat, kind of. It kind of relies on night vision and stuff, and it can see in the nighttime, and so I think that's kind of why I thought, okay, there's no light, so, and to make it more like towards the title Fallen Kingdom, I kind of thought that was, really awesome and really cool, but The other one, the second one with the two indoraptors things or whatever, that would have been cool. I mean, they could have at least put like sort of a deleted scene kind of, but like maybe like what is it that they do, like a comic art in the movie or something or whatever, and they could have did it like that, and they could have still probably had it or something, but it's fine. I mean, it's perfectly fine with the scenes that are from the indoraptor. They are really cool, and they are really they basically show it. It's basically like with the Indominus and stuff. The Indoraptor and the Indominus are basically two very young, like siblings. Well, not siblings, but they're two very young dinosaurs, and they get mistreated, and they always get like tasered or shotguns and everything. And for the Indominus, you know, she just basically just had what is it, cannibalism. So she kind of knew what she was doing, but she was kind of basically trying to be the best at what she's doing, but I don't think she deserved to die in a way. I would have loved to have seen in the beginning where they showed the Indominus Rex, but I'm really happy with this, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm really kind of sad and kind of also a little bit happy at the same time, but I really like these deleted scenes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button if you guys are an Indoraptor fan. I love you guys so much, and please comment down below what you guys want me to review, anything next. I will be doing more Indoraptor videos, and I hope you guys like this video, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye!